A-C-K.
Decoding is a word identification skill that allows readers to use the relationship between letters and sounds to recognize words in print. Readers use decoding skills to identify words when they read and to spell words when they write. Readers must be able to decode or identify words independently and rapidly in order to read fluently enough to understand what they read. Some words are best learned as whole units rather than by being sounded out letter by letter using phonics. They're called sight words because good readers recognize them automatically when they see them. Words that can't be sounded out phonetically and words that are used with high frequency can be memorized as a whole by sight.
So, Jonathan, what I want to focus on and share with you about this is that there are 100 most commonly used sight words. And those are words that we want to just recognize instantly. The minute we see them, we want to know what they are. Some can be sounded out phonetically, like that, the, t, can be sounded out. But other commonly used words like was can't. It doesn't work phonetically. So they're words that are so frequently used in print that we want to be able to just look at them and know exactly what they are. So with practice, they'll come easily, okay?
Yeah.
And so we have a strategy, and you remember what a strategy is, right? A strategy is a tool. And so we have a tool that we're going to work on some of those sight words and memorize them as a sight word. So when you see them, you know what it is automatically. You don't try to spell it out. You don't need to do anything. You know what that word is, and you keep moving.
Okay.
And by knowing some of these words, it's a big chunk and a large percentage of the amount of reading that you'll do. How does that sound? Okay.
Sounds good.
So the first word we're going to work on here is was. W-A-S. Say that word for me.
Was.
Okay. Now I'd like you to take your pen and trace each one of the letters and say the letters as you trace it and then say the word again. Okay?
Okay.
So trace it out and spell it for me.
W-A-S.
And the
Was.
word. Okay. One more time.
W-A-S. Was.
One more time.
W-A-S.
Okay.
Was.
Good. Now what I want you to do is put your pen down, and with your finger I want you to trace the words while you say the letter and then say the word at the end again. Please.
W-A-S. W-A-S. W-A-S.
And that
Was.
word? Oh, there you go. Where it was. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is pick up that pink. You don't know that this is a magic wand, did you?
No.
It is. So in the air, I want you to do W-A-S. And then say the word again.
Okay.
Okay.
W-A-S. Was.
One more.
W-A-S. Was.
One more.
W-A-S. Was.
Fabulous. Now what I'd like you to do, if you wouldn't mind, and on your tablet there, would you write me that word twice? Was.
W-A-S. W-A-S. Was.
Perfect. Fabulous. Okay, I got another word, another sight word that we're going to do, and that is that. T-H-A-T. That. So now if you would take your pen and trace that again for me, spelling each letter and then saying the word at the end. Okay.
T-H-A-T. That.
Good. One more time.
T-H-A-T. That.
One more for good luck.
T-H-A-T. That.
Love it. Now what I'd like you to do is take two fingers again and trace each letter and do the same thing. Trace each letter, spell it for me, and then say the word. Okay?
Okay. T-H-A-T. That.
One more.
T-H-A-T. That.
And one more again for good luck.
T-H-A-T. That.
And how about that magic wand again in the air for me? T-H-A-T, that.
T H A T, that.
One more.
T H A T, that.
I want one more for good luck again.
T H A T, that.
Fabulous. Now, if you wouldn't mind, if you would write that for me twice on your tablet there too, please.
T H A T, that. T H A T, that.
Fabulous. Good job. I like that.
You can help your learner decode unfamiliar words by explicitly teaching the strategies and skills you've just seen. While this type of focused practice should take up no more than 20 minutes of any given lesson, repeated practice will help your learner use them automatically, consistently, and independently during reading.